All right, so next project, we purchased a 1988 Sea Ray Weekender, 230. This has got the 454 big block, Chevy 454 big block in it, Alpha 1 drive. Obviously, as you can tell, it is in not good condition. It is in pretty bad beat up shape. So we will definitely have to clay bar, wax, buff, and then put a nice coat of wax on it. Go through, see if we can't fix up some stickers and stuff on it. Probably repaint, buff out, sand down the trailer, repaint the whole trailer. Tires are still in nice shape, so it looks like we'll be good there. Just clean and buff the wheels so that they'll shine really bright and clean. You know, as you can see, it's really not in that bad of a shape on the outside, except for some cosmetic stuff. A little bit of dings there from coming on the trailer. We could probably do some fiberglass work there to get that back to normal. Bottom of the hull looks good. I don't see anything too concerning there. But anyways, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through and fix this up, have a nice project so we can have a nice, awesome boat by summertime. Some things you got to see we have to do is the deck. The deck is smashed, right? So what we're gonna do is I bought some teak wood. We'll build a nice teak wood platform, bolt it to the back here of the hull. That way we have a nice standing swim deck platform. Put a new ladder on it. Got to go through the outdrive. Obviously prop's shattered, prop's done for. We'll get a new prop for that, and then what we'll do is we'll go through the whole bottom, the lower unit of the drive, also through the top. Make sure everything is okay there, see if there's anything that needs to be done. There is a little bit of a oil leak, it looks like, coming out of the engine. This is water coming out right now because it's January and I actually just purchased it in January and I don't think it was winterized. So when I pulled some of the radiator hoses off, or water coolant hoses off, obviously, as you can see, water came out. There's ice in it, so we'll go through and look at that. But as for out here, we'll rip all this out. We'll do a gimbal bearing, bellows, and see how all that looks. As you can see, yeah, that deck's definitely popped. I think it's got some water in there, froze, swelled it up and popped it. You know, I mean, cosmetically wise, it's really not in the worst shape, but it's not in the best either. Hey, get out of here. Got some cats that like to come see things, but like I said, I just purchased it. It is January, so I mean, we're definitely below freezing. And so first thing obviously I did was pull the batteries, go put them on some chargers, and went to winterize it. I mean, it was, as you can see, not winterized. It's frozen. Here in the bottom of the water pump, frozen through. Hear the ice in there. Went through and pulled all the manifold hoses off, let the ice and water come out of there. It was purchased with water in the engine, so that's why this needs to be going through. He said that there's water in the engine, and he doesn't know why. Kind of like I'm thinking is one of the big things on these boats with this MerCruiser 454 is the water tends to leak from the riser into the manifold between that gasket. So what we'll do is we'll start there. I mean, as you can kind of see, obviously he said that he had to put some new wastegates on because it backflowed into the motor, and then after that it started getting water in the engine again. So my first suspect would be to check these risers after they pulled them off, if they either use the same gasket or if they just didn't apply enough adhesive or just didn't do it right when they put the gasket back on. So we'll start there to kind of see what we get. We'll slowly start ripping it apart. I mean, as you can see, this motor's gonna definitely need to be gone through, so we'll go through and clean the whole motor up, see how far we need to rebuild, if we do need to rebuild or not, and then we'll kind of go from there. As for the rest of the boat, the seats are all going to need to be reupholstered, so we'll reupholster all these seats, kind of show you guys how to do that. Then in here, in the actual boat part, it's really, like I said, not in that bad a shape. The carpets obviously need to be cleaned, shampooed. It does kind of smell like cat pee. I'm thinking some cats must have got in it. I don't think the cover was ever applied on the boat when it was parked. So I think this was just open range for any animal that wanted to come in, unfortunately. So we'll go through and clean it all up. You know, kind of clean up all the stuff that was left here. It looks like there's a lot of things left in here. Broken spark plugs. Why these needed to be saved, I don't know. Maybe for the number. But we'll go through and see what all this is. I don't even know what this is. Empty cardboard, it looks like. So see, it's just a bunch of garbage. I mean, that can go out. And then How about in here? No, nothing in here. So we'll go through and see what all needs to be done. Let's see what's in these compartments here. Oh, look, another prop. Another damaged prop, I should say. Look at that, man. Yeah, so, jeez, that thing is, wow. That thing, I think, hit more than once. That was definitely not one go-around. Looks like it was some sand with rock. That did a lot of damage. Looks like, what else we got in here? Got some prop washer and nuts. Bunch of oil. I wonder why he's got a lot of oil in there. But so we'll do and see what else is in here. What's in this one over here? Got some big buoys. Good. Let's see. Get rid of that prop. Oh man, look at that. Huh. All right. Under the floor here, I just can't believe how much work this is gonna. It's gotta be fixed up. Oh, the camper cover for when it's raining and stuff. All the gauges. The RPM gauge looks like it obviously needs to be fixed because it's 205,000 RPM, which obviously with the batteries out, it's floating. I don't know why, but we'll look and see. One of the other things I saw needs to be done is, I mean, that is pretty loose. So we'll go through and tighten that up, tune it up, see if the Lawrence fish finder works. Screen looks okay, like it's not broken, so we'll see how that goes. There is a new stereo in it looks like. Again, batteries are out, so can't really test it till the batteries are packed back in. We'll see if they'll hold a charge or not. It does have a refrigerator. Have to see if that runs only on the shore power or if it'll run on the batteries. It may run on the batteries because this does have shore power. Along with it does have 4 battery compartments. So I'm sure you could run, you know, everything. I'm hoping off of 12 volts as well. So we'll see if it's more than just the offshore power. And then it has a bathroom here. It is, yeah, the toilet is disgusting. We gotta go through and clean all that out. I mean, this whole boat is just gonna be one big project, but that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Look at under the control panel here. Electrical can be cleaned up. We can clean all this up, make sure everything's zip tied, nice and neat. Looks like there's no extra. Sometimes you get a lot of people with different types of GPS systems and depth finders and stuff, and they'll have a lot of extra wires in here that they leave when you even don't need them. So that's good. We'll keep that like that. And then everything else looks pretty good. I mean, the cabin itself is in pretty dang good shape. Looks like those might be a little bent, but we can fix those up. Little bit of problem in the roof there, as it looks like just a tear in the fabric. We can sew that up pretty easy. And then it's got 3 hatches, 3 cabin hatches. We'll see if any of these leak or in fact, that one's broken. Look at that. So that's the first one right there. We'll have to fix that. And then what we'll do is just throw a new support arm on that. And then that one looks okay. Those 2 down there look good. So gas stove. So as for the body, I think it'd be pretty good. Most of it's going to be the work on this engine. We'll go through and work on this engine and get it stripped down, cleaned, replace any parts that are really worn out or bad, and we'll go from there. You know, we'll check everything. It's gonna be a fun project. Let's do this.